Good evening. This is Chris Calhoun, and I want to take a few minutes and get on the do a little scope about tribes. It's a book that we're reading in Bookstream.tv. Excellent book club. I definitely highly recommend people joining this book club. Great people. It's just been a blast for me. Um, the thing about it is, I don't have a whole lot of time this evening because I have to get the kids ready for school. But there were a couple of things after basically reading this particular chapter of Tribes that I wanted to actually make sure I had an opportunity to speak on. And more importantly, a couple of points, just real quick. I didn't have a chance to get on yesterday, but I definitely wanted to talk about it today. Um, so the first thing is the faith. One of the things about faith, it's that one thing that when you're demonstrating faith in a tribe, it really shows that you truly believe in what the mission is and what it is that that the tribe is actually doing. In reference to the aspect on the religion side, I think different corporate cultures can be considered actual religion in the state of what Seth is actually talking about in the book. I mean, we can talk about religion for as Christianity and things of that nature, but also in the book of Tribes, it also talks about the corporate culture. And I think one leader that demonstrates and demonstrates a bit because I just really feel they're doing some very innovative things. Elon Musk truly had faith in the electric car. All the naysayers, all the doubters, even to the point that he was on the brink of collapse, where he put up and invested all of his own personal money, his fortune that he had made from PayPal. He actually put that up to bet on Tesla because he had that much faith in his company and what they were going to be doing in reference to the electric car. And I must say, they got down to the ninth hour and looked like things were just going to be bleak. They didn't have much resources for payroll. I mean, the cash burn rate was just enormous. But however, by having that faith in what they were doing, Elon was able to get additional funding, save the company, and they've been kind of going ever since. I think the corporate culture of their religion per se, if we talked about it in reference to Seth's book, they're about being innovative. They're about pushing the envelope. They're about being contrarians, doing things that people say can't be done. People that think you couldn't make a good stylish electric car, but they've definitely proved that to be incorrect. So I just think, in reference to the book Tribes and what Seth is speaking about, I think that's an excellent example with Tesla Motors in reference to Elon and the faith that he had in what he was doing, what his organization was doing, and the religion and culture that they have built at Tesla Motors. Also, religion is worst case that sometimes reinforces just the status quo. And so then you have organizations and companies that they just so bought into their culture that they don't want to make any variations or changes. It just reinforces the status quo. And a lot of times that can just actually be a detriment to the organization and the business. I actually was on Scoping earlier talking about this transition to the digital economy. And one of the things that I spoke about was the comparison with Netflix and Blockbusters. Once again, Blockbuster had a religion or a culture that I guess believed that DVDs and and renting movies from an actual physical location would always continue to be the way to go. And unfortunately, without making any variations, they were disrupted with the digital economy and Netflix, and they're no longer in existence. I can give you another example. A store that here in the United States, there was a staple way back somewhat in the day called Woolworth. Once again, they had a great concept, but because of the corporate religion, they decided not to do any variations or make any changes. And once again, that store doesn't exist anymore. So those are just some of the key things and key examples that I wanted to actually cite in reference to this particular part of the book, Tribes. Definitely suggest you take a read of it if you're not reading it, and go to www.bookstream.tv. www.bookstream.tv. Great group of individuals. I highly recommend joining the book club. They've definitely helped me get out of my shell and get on this scope and hold me accountable. I like to read. I'm an avid reader, but then just having a number of people just to read with and have dialogue has just been phenomenal. So I got to get ready to go, but once again, I want to thank all of my replay broadcasters that have an opportunity to watch this on the replay. Big up, give me all the hearts you can if you don't mind. Take care and have a great evening.